All about fishing with Big Kev. Hey, stay tuned. We're going to talk graph mounts tonight. Welcome back. Hey, I wanted to talk to you tonight. I'm getting ready to add a graph into my boat. 22 Lund Impact XS 1875. I currently run a 9-inch Lowrance FS unit on the console. I run a 9-inch on the bow, and then also a 7-inch on the bow. I have the 9-inch networked with the 7-inch, and then also my Tarova transducer goes into that 7-inch. The 9-inch is strictly active target on the front end. So what I'm doing is I purchased a couple HDS live units. So I'm going to put an HDS 9 live on the console on my original Ram ball mount that I have there when I bought the boat. And then I'm going to take one of my HDS units and I'm going to put it on the bow. And then I'm going to take the 9-inch FS unit and I'm going to stick it beside my HDS up on the console. So I'll have two 9-inch on the console and one 9-inch on the bow. So everything will be networked together. A 3-in-1 transducer will be into the HDS. It'll network to the 9. And then it'll also network to the HDS 9 on the front end. And it'll also have my active target transducer and my Tarova transducer in it up on the front end. So the HDS Live 9's taking place of two monitors up there, or two graphs up on the front end, with one with the dual transducer ports on it. Makes it really nice. And then with the dual networking capabilities of the HDS, I can network an FS unit and I can network to the bow. So, you know, as you all know, the FS only has one network unit or port, where the HDS has two. So that's how that's going to happen. But in order to make that happen, I have to have a second mount for my second graph. So I'm going with a Ram mount. And the reason is because the versatility of what that mount will do for me. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of explain Ram mounts to you guys. And then in a couple of days, I'm going to do a video of the actual install of this unit on the boat. So stay tuned for that. So Ram mount consists of your graph plate, your ball mount, excuse me, I had it sitting on the other two. The ball mount, which has got your mounting holes, and then the ball. And then an arm, okay? If you hear this stuff's metal, it's aluminum. It's very sturdy quality stuff. So Ram mount, I'll show you this. Ram mount does their sizes by letter. And depending on the size, depending on the weight of the graph that you can mount. So, their size B is a 1-inch ball. That'd be for like a cell phone mount. Size C, 1.5-inch ball. And what they mean by ball is the mount ball. An 1.5-inch ball on the size C, which would be like your 7-inch units or a tablet, something of that nature. Size D is 2.25-inch ball. That's what this is, size D. And it's rated for 9 and 12-inch graph units. So when I bought this unit comes with a ball like this. Comes with the mount, the arm, and the plate that mounts the graph bracket. So the nice thing about these is you're able to manipulate these things any way you want. If you want to put it on the bow up front, like so, And then when you get ready to go fishing, roll it up above your bow. Do your fishing. You go home, you want to tarp it. You can loosen it up, lower that down, and put your tarp on, and your graph's right there. Up and down. So that's the versatility of it. And you can go sideways, front, back, in any direction you want to go, this is going to do it. So, a couple of things is you get the mount. See the holes? Screw it down, bolt it down, and this sticks up. Then you got the bracket mount for your graph. Mounts on that plate. It's pre-drilled with a bunch of holes to match up to the holes on your units, whether it's Garmin, Birds, or Lowrance. So I wanted to use a little bigger bolt than what's in this pre-drill. And you can see my holes here, how it lines up. So I went ahead and drilled these out a little bit to allow me to use a little bigger bolt. So I'm going to put this together, kind of show you real quick with a couple bolts in it, just to give you an idea of what we got here. So anyway, that's how your bracket mounts on. Just bolts on. And that'll be sturdy. And then you'll have your mount, your arm, and then that'll sit up there like that. Okay? So when you get these, the versatility also is in the length of the arm. This is what they call a short arm. Oh, I think it's maybe 3 inches, 3.5 inches, somewhere in there. Then you got a long arm, which is 8 inches. That's just going to get your graph up higher. And believe it or not, they sell an adapter ball that it's a ball-to-ball that you could go ahead and mount another arm to it, and you could get all kind of different angles and stuff, which is really, depending if you got a real tight or weird application. But in my application, I believe the long arm is going to be where I want it, for the simple fact that I'm going to try to get these as close to each other as I can, and I know I'm not going to. Mine are going to probably sit kind of something to that nature. So the ram mount is very versatile, is what I'm getting at. So when you mount that, you'll have your arm. You tighten this up, and it's got really good heavy-duty springs, really good solid heavy-duty handles. It's aluminum stuff, and you snug it down, it don't move. I've had these on my boat. I've hit some pretty good waves. They haven't moved. So get it mounted up. Of course, you got the versatility of your graph mount as well. But that's how she'll do. She'll set like that. Like I said, you can go forward and up. You can go backwards and up. I mean, you can go sideways and up. It's any direction you want to go. And then that's how it sits on the backside. Very versatile. Ram mounts are really, really good mounts. I will tell you that there are some kind of clones of it or whatever. Just be careful. Some of them are just plastic. The ram mount. I buy my products. They don't give them to me, so don't think I'm pushing their product, but I just believe in them. They're really good mounts. I get all my mounts from Wakanda Boats, Glen Elder, Kansas. Terry always has a good selection of mounts there. He's the one that rigged up my boat when I bought it. Lund dealer, and supplied me with my first ram mounts when I first originally set up my boat. And I tell you what, I've really enjoyed them. You can hear how solid they are. They're just a very solid, good, versatile mount. But ram mounts are the way to go for me. I just wanted to kind of show them. I know they're people kind of curious how they work, what they consist of. But there's really nothing to them to get them mounted. They work excellent. They're solid. Really, really good, solid mounts. And so check them out. The ram mounts, again, they're, I think the short arm unit with the graph mount, under 125, 30 bucks probably. You start buying into the arms, they get into the 70, 80 bucks for the longer arms. But figure out what works best for you, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So anyway, that's the ram mounts for graphs, whether it's a Humminbird, Garmin, or Lowrance. They all work. The size D ball is for a 9 or 12 inch graph, any brand. The size C ball is for a 7 inch. And the B ball would be more like for a small tablet or cell phone. So check them out. Ram mounts. Again, Wakanda Boat sells them. A lot of boat dealers sell them, and they're on the web. So anyway, hey, like and subscribe. I hope this helps you out with ram mounts, trying to understand them. Again, I'm going to be doing a video this Thursday night. I'm going to do a video on Saturday or Sunday. We're expecting some rain for the next day or two, and then I'm going to get in the boat, and I'm going to mount this baby where I want it, get my graph set up and everything, get the cables. So stay tuned. I'm going to do a video on the install of this so you can see the finished product. But like and subscribe. Again, if you see me on the water, stop, say hi, wave, honk, yell, scream, throw something at me. I don't care. Just acknowledge, hey, there's that big fat guy out there floating around on the water. Love to talk to you, share stories, swap lies, whatever it takes. Hey, we're all in this together. Happy holidays. Take care.